Why would a just and compassionate God allow his prophet to be killed by a lion? This poignant question challenges our perceptions of divine justice and the consequences of disobedience. In 1 Kings 13, we find a narrative that confronts these very themes, presenting a complex interplay between divine commands and human actions. It's a story that goes beyond mere punishment, revealing layers of divine intention and the unshakable importance of faithfulness. Now let's explore this intriguing biblical account, uncover its significant lessons, and understand how it speaks to the balance between God's mercy and his judgments. The disobedient prophet. In the intriguing narrative of 1 Kings 13, we meet a young prophet tasked with a divine mission to deliver God's stern message to King Jeroboam. Upon completing his mission, he received clear instructions. Do not eat or drink in this place, and return home by a different route. The rules were straightforward, reflecting a test of obedience as much as a protective measure. Yet, this story takes a dramatic turn when an older prophet misleads him, falsely claiming that God had relaxed these commands. Tragically, the young prophet believes this lie and breaks his vow by accepting food and drink. This act of disobedience, seemingly small and driven by human frailty, sets the stage for dire consequences. It's a poignant moment that underscores the weight of divine directives and the peril of deviating from them. This isn't just about the young prophet's failure. It's a broader reflection on the temptations we all face to stray from clear paths laid out before us. His story serves as a powerful lesson on the importance of discernment and fidelity in our spiritual walk, emphasizing that our actions have profound impacts that extend beyond immediate circumstances. The lion encounter. On his way back, the young prophet's path took a tragic turn when a lion confronted him on the road. This wasn't a chance meeting, but a deliberate act of divine judgment, underscoring the gravity of his disobedience. The lion, a creature both majestic and fearsome, is often seen as a symbol of power and authority, and in this context, it serves as an executor of God's will. The severity of the punishment, the prophet's life taken in such a dramatic manner, serves as a stark reminder of the importance of adhering to God's commands. This encounter is not just about the physical death of the prophet, but also about the spiritual lesson it conveys, the consequences of straying from the path that God has set out for us. It illustrates the sometimes harsh realities of divine justice and the notion that divine instructions are not mere guidelines but mandates that require unwavering obedience. Through this intense and alarming episode, the narrative invites us to reflect on our own commitment to following the directives we receive, whether they seem significant or minor, reminding us that our choices always carry weight and consequences. Divine justice. The lion's attack on the young prophet was far from a random act of nature. It was a precise execution of divine justice, revealing the depth of the consequences of disobedience. This sobering event is later explained by the older prophet, who clarifies that the tragedy was a direct result of the young prophet's failure to adhere to God's explicit command. Such an episode sharply highlights the seriousness with which God views obedience to His word. It's a powerful reminder that while God's instructions might sometimes seem difficult or inconvenient, they are always purposeful and aimed at guiding us toward righteousness. The incident serves as a stern warning. Deviations from God's path can lead to severe repercussions, not just in the physical realm, but also spiritually. By allowing the lion to act as an agent of His judgment, God illustrates that He is actively involved in the enforcement of His laws and the upholding of His order. This portrayal of divine justice isn't just about instilling fear, but about fostering a profound respect for the divine will, urging us to consider the weight of our actions and the impact they have on our spiritual journey. The unconsumed body. In a remarkable display that underscored the divine orchestration of events, the lion that killed the prophet did not proceed to devour his body. Instead, it stood sentinel over the remains, an act that defies natural predatory instincts. This extraordinary behavior served a greater purpose, signaling that the death was not just a punishment, but a divine statement. The protection of the body from scavengers by the very beast that caused the prophet's demise highlighted the sanctity and significance of the event. This action prevented the body from being desecrated, preserving its dignity and underscoring that the prophet's death was not an act of mindless brutality, but a measured act of divine judgment. By guarding the body, the lion turned the scene into a visual testament to the consequences of disobedience, while simultaneously protecting the prophet's honor in death. This scenario invites reflection on the complexities of divine justice, which balances judgment with mercy and purpose. It illustrates that even in punishment, there is an element of care and consideration, emphasizing that all actions under divine command serve a deeper, often inscrutable, purpose that calls for both awe and reflection. A witness to the city. When passers-by stumbled upon the extraordinary scene of the young prophet's body, the lion standing guard, and the unharmed donkey, the event quickly transcended its immediate surroundings. Those who witnessed this unusual tableau carried the news back to the city, where the older prophet resided. This spread of information transformed the tragic death into a powerful public testimony about the consequences of disobedience to God's commandments. The preservation of the scene, with the lion and donkey as almost theatrical elements, communicated a clear divine message that resonated far beyond those directly involved. It wasn't just a report of an unusual death. It was a vivid, living depiction of the seriousness with which God's words were to be taken. The narrative that unfolded acted as a cautionary tale, echoing through the community and reinforcing the imperative to adhere strictly to divine instructions. This dissemination of the prophet's fate served to remind all of the importance of obedience and the very real consequences that could follow when God's commands are taken lightly. Confirmation of prophecy. The tragic demise of the young prophet at the claws of the lion was not just an isolated incident. It was a stark manifestation of the earlier prophecy, confirming the seriousness and veracity of God's word. This event illustrated that divine pronouncements are not merely threats or warnings without consequence, but are indeed promises of what will certainly come to pass if his commands are disregarded. The lion's role in this scenario was crucial, not just in executing the judgment, but also in underscoring the prophetic truth that disobedience leads to dire outcomes. This powerful validation served as a somber reminder to all witnesses and hearers of the tale that the words spoken by God through his prophets carry weight and demand utmost respect and adherence. The young prophet's untimely death thus resonated deeply within the community, reinforcing the lesson that divine warnings are rooted in reality and must be heeded, not merely acknowledged. It was a profound demonstration of the fact that divine instructions are foundational, not optional, echoing through the lives of all who heard the story and remembered the consequences of neglecting such sacred admonitions. God's care for his servant. Despite the severe nature of the punishment meted out to the young prophet, the manner in which it was executed revealed God's enduring care for his servant. The lion, while an agent of divine judgment, also acted as a guardian over the prophet's body. This dual role of the lion highlighted a deeper layer of divine compassion. God's justice was firm, but his love and regard for his servant remained unshaken. The body was left untouched by the beast, which stood by it rather than consuming it, preventing any further desecration. This not only preserved the dignity of the prophet in death, but also served as a powerful sign to all who observed it. It illustrated that even in the execution of justice, God's actions are measured and full of purpose, balancing righteousness with mercy. The care shown in these details speaks volumes about the divine character. Even when correction is necessary, it is never devoid of compassion and respect for the individual. Thus, the scene conveyed a profound message of hope and redemption, reminding observers that God's commitments to his people endure, even through the challenges of discipline. Thank you for joining us on Holy Tales as we navigated the intriguing story of the prophet and the lion in 1 Kings 13. We hope this exploration has offered you insights into the complexities of divine justice and mercy. If you found this discussion enriching, please like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread these profound biblical lessons. Don't forget to comment below with your thoughts or questions about today's topic. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking stories and reflections here at Holy Tales.